All right, we're in the home office today at your Pratte Pack. I want to take time to send out my thoughts and prayers to the Martino family. I found out recently that John Martino passed away. The funeral services were handled in arrangements by Rick and Brian Murphy at Murphy's Funeral Home in Rochester, Massive Christian Burial, St. Cecilia's Church, and he will be buried at St. Cecilia's Roman Catholic Cemetery in Rochester Township, where my parents happen to be buried. And you know, many times when I lived in Rochester Township, I would visit that cemetery on a regular basis, and it never ceased to amaze me how I felt really like I was in the old neighborhood. So many of the most incredible people of my life and stories that really made me who I am today are there. And it's comforting to know that Mr. Martino will now be there. He was a giant of an individual. I mean, listen to this resume. He graduates from Rochester in 1948. Goes on and gets a business degree from Duquesne University. He was a member of the 82nd Airborne. Martino, obviously, and Sons, his company for years. There wasn't anything this man couldn't do. But the thing that I believe he was most proudest of was his family. He always talked about his family. You know, he supported a lot of football games that I broadcasted many years ago. And it wasn't just a sales call. It was a call to a friend. He would always take time to talk to me about my life and how I was doing and, you know, where I was headed. And it's kind of a shame, but as life has a way, you get caught up in just making a living and raising a family and grinding every day that you look back and you see that familiar face and you think, I just wish I could have had more time. But I want his children and his beloved wife of 65 years, Eva, to know how much they all mean to me. The triplets, the DiMaggios, their children. It's just sad. It's just so sad to see so many of these giants of my life pass away. You know, my parents loved Rochester, especially my mother, and she would always talk about people and names and places. And when I lived up in the township for years, she would come and always sit over a cup of coffee and reminisce about the glory days. Well, the Martino family, a part of all of that. And to me, they really made those days so glorious as far as my time there and my conversations with Mr. Martino. So, a giant of a man has left this earth, but his goodwill and his spirit will be with us for many years to come. Member of the WPIL Board of Controls, he was on the Board of Directors at Beaver Trust, Beaver County Transit. He always found time for the community. So I definitely had to find time today to thank him. John Martino has died at the age of 89. Again, my thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Have a nice day from the home office in Monaca and your Pratte Pack.